Good morning, Diecast friends, family. Joe here with my third cup of coffee. It's Muscle Car Monday, and this is going to be, we're really going to split hairs here. We're going to talk a lot of facts. And I definitely had to do my homework because this was not at the top of my brain. So I told you that I'm going to start collecting the King Cuda, like really aggressively. So I got this one, which I think, okay, so some background on the King Cuda. It was introduced in 1970 and pretty much only was released in 1970. Started as a club kit, released in chrome, and then there were 8 other colors available, like as many 68 to 1970, 71 cars were. They were released in a lot of Spectre Flame variations. So there were a total of 9 different King Cudas available in 1970. And this could be a record. I know I was talking about like the record between releases a couple weeks ago, but the King Cuda was not seen again until 1998. So that's 28 years. That might be a record. And it was released in the 100% Hot Wheels, and it had a metal base. So there's a little bit of it's a little hard to discern when the second tooling began. Apparently it was 2018 when they started making it in Malaysia with a plastic base instead of a metal base, mostly in China. So there's 2 toolings of the King Cuda, but as far as I know, the only thing that changed was the base. So we're just going to call it the King Cuda from 1970 up until like last year. There were a couple released. So this was an easy one to find. It wasn't cheap, but it was easy to find. It is the online exclusive Redline Collector's Edition. And I think this was the first one to come back after 1998, like 2002, I think. But let's destroy this. This is like super collectible and pristine and something that people pay a lot of money with. See this razor knife? Look at that. It's retractable. It's like a switchblade. Let's cut this baby open. There is this wicked shiny blue King Cuda, and it's heavy, metal base. It's got plastic wheels, but it's got like fake red lines, like a throwback. White interior, whatever. And then I got this one, and this one is a 2006 Selections, RLC Selections, and it's red. So I think these 2 were the first 2 comeback of the aside from that 98 100% Hot Wheels one. So obviously we're going to slice this one open because I am a loose collector. And also super shiny. Look at that, baby. Very nice. So I have 3 more King Cudas coming in, and I'm starting with the hard ones. I'm skipping 1970, saving 1970 till last because those will probably be like very expensive. But I need to grab that 100% Hot Wheels one from 98, and then move forward up to 2018 when the base changed, like the tooling changed, I guess. So this King Cuda collection is going to be comprehensive. I'm going to try to get every color of the 1970, which might be difficult and might be expensive, but I'm committed. So I'm going to put those aside. And here's where it gets a little complicated. There were 5 cars that came out of that eBay box I was talking about a couple days ago. Sunday. The one I'm keeping is this 69 Torino Talladega, and I don't have this one, so I'm going to keep it. So that was a nice find, but I think this is like one of only 4 of that box of 50 that I'm keeping. Everything else is being sold or put in the archive or whatever. So super nice Torino Talladega. It's a 69. And a car that I often get confused with this is the 72 Torino Sport. I can kind of tell that I know that one says Torino, like Ford Gran Torino, Ford Torino. The front just says it. I recognize that. But this is the 69 and this is the 73. And I already have this one, so I'm going to check the archive. It's probably not there. And put that there. So another two cars that I get confused are the Falcon XB. And these two actually, Torinos and Falcons actually share a box, well, Falcon XBs. Because from a certain distance, these are really easy to get confused. But fun facts about the Falcon XB is it was only made by Ford Australia and only released in Australia. And a Falcon XB is actually what Mad Max drove, at least in the first movie or two. And this was not available in the United States. So if you want a Falcon XB, you're going to have to import it. But the funny thing is, the closest thing to a Falcon XB was the Ford Torino, both made by Ford, which kind of explains why I get them a little confused. And I don't remember what year this is, but the Falcon XB was only produced for about 4 years or so, I think from 73 to 76. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But I have this one too, so this one's going to the archive. And a C7R with the Summit livery. I got it. I was kind of excited. I was like, oh, cool, but yeah, I got this one. So to the Ignition Diecast Master Set it goes. And lastly, this Camaro SS. I got it. And aside from that, one little speck there, which may be a factory flaw. There you go. See it? Pretty much perfect. So there were some okay cars that came out of that box, but not a lot of them. But thankfully, everything else went to the archive or was sold easily. And to the dude who bought all those Maestos, thank you very much, because I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I considered like getting into collecting Maestos because of that big lot, but I don't need that in my life. Other news yesterday, I could probably just flip this camera. Look at that. I got a shipper yesterday. I was at a Kroger, and I asked to look in the box because this shipper was in the external cardboard box, and the lady said, oh, he already dumped that, whoever he is, and they don't really do stand-up shippers at that store. They just dump them in boxes. But I looked and it was empty, and I said, can I have it? And she said, sure, we're just going to recycle it. So now I have a shipper, like a lot of you other diecast Hot Wheels dorks out there. And what's ironic about this is I hate shippers. This is like the worst way to have to hunt for Hot Wheels, is to paw through these things. And if you're not first on scene, they're usually like ravaged and they're hanging out of the holes and on the floor and stuff. I much prefer dump bins or pegs. Pegs are ideal, and then dump bins, and shippers are pretty much the worst. But hey, now I have one. So maybe once this inventory that I stuck in there is sold, I will sell it to somebody locally or give it away or something. It's too nice. I even put together the base, which, by the way, shout out to Honest Diecast YouTube channel. He has a video on there that explains how to assemble the base, because it comes in like a loop, I honestly did not know what that was or how you did it. I just suspected it might be like a stand, a base, but until I watched that video on Honest Diecast channel, I didn't know. but now it's like store worthy. It's perfect. So yeah, talk to you tomorrow.